Now, we're going to hear a little later on BBC WM from the daughter of a Birmingham woman with a form of Alzheimer's who was cruelly abused by two care staff who assaulted, threatened and mocked her. The mistreatment of Rachel McDonald's mum, Bridget, only came to light after a camera was hidden in a bedside clock. Rachel told us about the changes she noticed in her mum's behaviour that started to ring alarm bells.
She seemed very fearful of everything, and she used to be quite outgoing and cheeky, chappy kind of person, and all of a sudden she was just this person that was really quiet and withdrawn and very fretful about everything, down to spilling glasses of milk, dropping a biscuit. She was continuously apologising for it. The second week of March, I'd let the SD card stay in the camera for 2 weeks because I normally change it every week. And when I checked it, ironically, on the day of Mum's birthday was the first day that she was struck physically. But there was a little bit of mental abuse going on as well with the... It was shock at first to think that, gosh, she is being abused. This is the reason for her change of behaviour. But it was sad as well to see how Mum was being so nice to the people that were being so nasty to her.
That's Rachel McDonald, whose mum Bridget was abused in a care home in Birmingham. As I say, it came to light because of a little camera hidden in a clock. Let's get a word now with Anne Willey. She runs a different care home altogether, Bramley Court in Yardley Wood. Speaking to Anne, because, Anne, good morning. You've got CCTV fitted in your care homes to give a little bit of reassurance to family members.
Oh, good morning, Adrian.
Morning.
Yes, that's right. We have we have cameras fitted throughout every bedroom, every lounge and communal area within our home. We took that decision initially in April, May of this year, and it has taken this amount of time to get the cameras installed, up and in working order.
Why did you decide to do that?
We were looking at everything that was going on in the press with regards to security and safety of residents and staff. It's not just residents, it's staff as well. And looked at what we could do within our care home to improve that. And we just felt that was the next step.
Is it about, then, people who are away from the care home, you know, the sons, the daughters of people who are in the care home, being reassured that if anything is untoward, there's a bit of film they can go and look at? If somebody's got a bruise, you might say, well, yeah, look, there was the fall, nothing untoward has happened.
Yeah, exactly. Our system works, we don't have a bank of cameras in the care home. We use modern technology where images are uploaded to cloud, and then we have remote people who are reviewing and looking at the images throughout the day. They don't sit looking at everything 24 hours of the day, but we have triggers. So if there was a loud noise or if someone was shouted at, then that would trigger an immediate alert for the remote monitor to review that image. If she saw someone being abused, immediately the care home would be informed.
And can family members view the images then?
At the moment, we don't have that facility. That's our next facility, so that relatives would be given a PIN number, and then they could dial in at a particular, whenever they wished throughout the 24-hour period, to view, to see what their relative was doing, if they were comfortable, if they were asleep.
I'm sure there are people who, raise issues around privacy for this, and obviously, if we've got older people in care homes who are being, it may be suggested, spied on. Ultimately, it seems to me just very sad that, however it's come about, that we place people, family members, loved ones in care homes, and yet we can't trust the system to ensure that they'll be well looked after.
I appreciate what you're saying, and I don't actually say that we can't trust the system. I feel that we can't trust people in our society today. There will always be someone who is out there who you don't see or don't have any idea that they would be so vile as to attack a vulnerable person, either physically or emotionally or verbally. But unfortunately, as we've seen today, that those incidences do still happen. And for me, you have to weigh up the privacy and dignity aspect against the safety and security of acting in the best interests of very, very vulnerable people.
Anne, thanks for your time. Really appreciate it. Anne Willey, who runs the Bramley Court Care Home in Yardley Wood, which has installed CCTV. It's 7:25.